Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again. Here to bring you another video. So the other day, we did a video talking about Carl's evolution in the Walking Dead television series. And today, we're going to be doing the Governor's evolution in the television series. Ikirida. Alright, so a video on the Governor from the Walking Dead television series, the evolution of, let's get it started. So, we meet the Governor pretty much, I would say his introductory episode would have to be The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 3, which is where we have Michonne and Andrea. They run into the Governor's men. We meet him for the first time. It seems as if he is a very kind character, you know, a good guy. He's clean cut. He's got both eyes. He looks the part. Woodbury is a nice place. It is kind of enchanting to Andrea, so to speak, with how she sees it. Seems like she's really impressed by him, and Michonne obviously thinks it's too good to be true and doesn't believe it. And as we find out pretty soon, she is correct that it is too good to be true. Then we see near the end of the episode that the way in which the Governor has built Woodbury is by taking from anyone else he finds in the immediate area, in the vicinity. Anybody he finds that is a survivor in and around his area, groups that he runs into, he hunts them down, he kills them, and he takes all their stuff. Wow. So, I mean, from the beginning when we meet the Governor, he's not a good guy. He's seemingly good to the people within Woodbury, but he's not really a good guy to just anybody out there. You know, he's never been a good guy to characters that you randomly meet on the road. We also see afterwards that Merle exhibits the same behavior, and when he runs into Glenn and Maggie, puts his life on the line, risks getting shot to take them in, basically, and leaves Michonne because, well, probably because he just honestly doesn't really want to chase her anymore because he's chased her so much, and she's very dangerous. I loved the battle between, Hounded and the battle between Merle and Michonne, the whole go back thing, everything like that was great. Really enjoyed it very much. So that was all good, and we're starting to learn that basically Merle and the Governor, what they've been doing all this time is taking from others. You know, anybody they can find, they will hunt them down, kill them, and take their stuff. With the military group that they found, they did the same thing, took all their weaponry to the point where they took their vehicles and absolutely everything they had and took it back to Woodbury with them. So, at the get-go, he's not a good guy. You know, he's not a good guy. He's good to the people in Woodbury, not a good guy overall, I would say. And then as the series progresses, he actually becomes worse from that, to the point where he turns on the people inside Woodbury, and he actually doesn't really view them as people that he wants to protect anymore, to the point where he actually goes on this rampage at the end of the season and guns down all these people within Woodbury, which I also thought was, I mean, that's pretty in character too, because he's been doing it to people that are outside of his group. So if he just makes a separation in his mind between these people who are part of the community, but they're not listening to what I'm saying. You know, he tells them to go back and they're not, and he's provided them with safety all this time, and he probably looks at it in his mind as he's saved them already from a sure death if they were out there on their own trying to survive. So what he's done for them, and that they sort of, you know, will not do what he says, he just can't handle it. Then, of course, the great close-up. And even though he kills pretty much everybody except for Shumpert and Martinez, I probably would have preferred a little bit of a different ending to it. Not that that's out of character for his evolution or anything, but I would have liked to see probably Rick's group take down more people. You know, killed maybe, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 more members of the Woodbury group before the Governor guns all the rest down at the cars. Well, he doesn't kill Karen, right? He doesn't kill her, but everybody else he does. So the season finale, I don't know, it was okay overall. I did a video talking about how I thought it was a little bit disappointing, but not from the Governor's perspective, even though I think a lot of people would have liked to have seen him die there right at the season finale. it would have made for a more exciting season finale if he would have died. Maybe Andrea would have lived. Milton, yeah, you can kill Milton because he's pretty one-dimensional. You probably wouldn't want to see him come back for another season. So maybe I guess I would have preferred if Andrea would have survived and the governor maybe would have died. But two, it's fun to have him in season 4 because he's a great character and they're going to be able to get lots more stuff out of him. Also, if he's able to find another group of survivors and sort of work his way in and take over their group, then the whole battle with the prison and everything is probably not even close to being finished yet, and we'll probably see it for most of season 4, which should be fun to see where he goes from there. I mean, really, I don't think you can get any more evil than he is already. I mean, anything he does now in season 4 or ahead, however long he survives for, is going to be completely within character, I would have to say, because of how he's just changed over time. The whole thing with Milton and Andrea, I mean, Andrea did desert him. She did totally, say screw you and just run out on her own against his wishes, and he probably had enough of her messing around on him. Her loyalty obviously not with Woodbury and with Rick's group at the prison. Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense that he would, he would chase her down, and at that point, after all that trouble and everything, would just have had it with her. You'd probably think though that he'd give her a quick death instead of the whole Milton thing, but that was pretty evil. That was pretty evil, the whole ending for season 3 with what he did. So, but I guess, like I said, it is in character. It does make sense because he's just basically had it with the world. Penny's dead, and after Michonne kills Penny, I think that's pretty much the last straw for him. After that, it makes sense that he would kill just about anybody, be it a person that's in his group or outside of his group. After that, I don't think it would really matter because that's really his last tie to his humanity. And when Michonne kills her, and then of course does that to his eye, now you've just given him even more reason to go after the people at the prison. So, as far as the governor goes as a villain in the television series, I like him a lot more than in the comic book series where we just meet him and he's just evil because he is. Although you could kind of argue that, well, he's evil to people outside of Woodbury, so which this character is too. But I like the circumstances of the television series better, that we get to see that sort of evolution. You have Michonne, who's tied in the mess, and Merle, who's also in there too, and Andrea, which sort of gives him more of a reason than in the comic book series, just that we want the prison. More of a reason to hunt them down and go after them because he's lost his eye, he's lost Penny, he's lost Andrea now, and Milton as a part of everything that's happened, and he's lost Woodbury, essentially, his home, basically. He may reclaim it. Maybe he'll go back there since none of the actual people that were there are still there because Rick's taken them to the prison. And again, that's another reason too. Rick's taken his group over basically. So he's got a lot of reasons in season 4 to just go after the people at the prison just for revenge. I mean, totally within character for him to just do anything in his power to try and destroy the prison and kill as many characters as he possibly can from there, as many people. So, really enjoyed the governor in the television series. I am kind of glad now, because season 4 is coming, that they did keep him around, because I think there's a lot more that they can do with him. He's the most developed villain we've had, unless you consider Shane to be a villain too, because Shane was really well developed as well. And really excited to see what they do with the governor in season 4. Eventually excited to see when they bring Negan in, if they do that in the television series, what he's going to be like, maybe the Hunters. I'd like in season 4 for the governor to be there, but at the same time, I'd like to see maybe another group like the Hunters or something like that. It would be really cool to see what happens with that. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think about the evolution of the governor in the Walking Dead television series. Do you like it? Do you just want to see him get killed as soon as possible? Do you feel like it makes sense? Do you feel like it's natural progression? Or do you think that they kind of screwed it up? I think they did a really good job of everything, step by step. Tearing him down from this man who's just trying to do best for his group and screw everybody else to screw everybody. You kill or you die. Or you die and you kill. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.